Hey everybody, it's Dan, your friendly fishmonger from dansfish.com, and today I'm going to show you an update on all the baby fish we have going on, all the fry and breeding projects. I'm also going to do, if they'll appear, an update and show you how the fish are doing that were stuck in the mail for 51 days, the killifish. They're called Forsythia flavipinus. So we'll take a look at that stuff. Let's start with the Betta and Bellis and show you how that breeding project is going on. As we go around the room here, it's going to get pretty dark because I turned off most of the lights besides the tanks we're actually looking at in order to try to cut down on glare a little bit. This is the tank that the Betta and Bellis babies are in. There's some in here. They're going to be hard to see. They're very small. But I think there's one right there in the upper kind of upper part of the frame to the right a little bit. Let's see if we can see one here. Oh, here's one. So there's one back there, kind of at the surface, swimming over that water sprite leaf right there. Right there. If you can see them, they're still pretty darn small. There was one right out front here, which is why I wanted to start with these. I thought he might still be out front here, but of course he's not anymore. But as you can see, there's tons of plants and stuff in here, so they're kind of hard to see. They hang out in the plants. This big boy is ready to breed again. He's got his bubble nest up there, so I want to set him up to breed tomorrow. It depends on time. I have to do a lot of shipping preparation tomorrow for orders that are going out, but I'll try. And this guy started building a bubble nest yesterday, so he might be spawning soon. I'm going to try to set him up tomorrow. He's in this tank. There's some guppies in there with him that I need to take out just because they tend to like disturb his bubble nest. I just put him in there to fatten him up once he was done spawning the first time. Shoot, I'm not seeing those little baby Betta and Bellis out and about. So let's go to the next thing. Well, let's stop here. So the Santa Maria Endlers, a new drop, a couple more drops of fry. Kind of the same thing. We're going for something like this, which is a male that has a lot of orange, kind of a double sword on the top and bottom of the tail that's bright orange. That's what we're going for. Now a Santa Maria Endler doesn't need that tail to be a Santa Maria Endler. Your standard Santa Maria Endlers typically don't have that much orange on the tail. So if you buy them from me, they might not have those, but I'm holding back the ones that do have the most of that for breeding, and as the line continues, that's what we're going to end up with. To help on that project, I introduced, some of you know, some double swords, Santa Marias. Their color's not great, their body shape's good though. Where did he go? There he is. And their tails are awesome. So I'm crossing those into the line. We still have yet to have a big drop. We've had a couple drops, as you can see, but a lot of these females still haven't, at least as far as I can tell, had their first drop since we put these in here. Or maybe they have. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to dig in. But anyway, I'm going to take all these babies out because they're probably from the previous males I had in there. And in the next batch, we're probably going to start seeing what we want from them. This is what I feed the babies. Green water. This is a scud culture full of like green water and infusoria and stuff. All right, let's keep going here. Again, it's going to be kind of dark. These I'm about to list for sale. These are the, for those that have been following, these are the angelfish babies. These are Goldie's babies. So a lot of gold angelfish and a lot of gold marble angelfish in here. They're growing a ton. They're ready to go. And look at all those Danio Chopre, those glow light Danios. Those are big and healthy and beautiful too. I have some of those on the website if you're interested. Excuse me, if you're interested. And yeah, these little angels are just yeah, they're pretty much ready to go. Some of them are on the smaller side. There's a couple different spawns in here, but the biggest ones are definitely ready to go. So those will be listed soon. Okay, darkness, so dark. In fact, so dark I'm just gonna zip around here quickly to get to the light. So this is a new project. These are Aplicylus panchax. And no babies yet, but I just put this spawning mop in there yesterday. So I'll see if I can catch some eggs and raise some up and show you guys how to do that. But starting that project. Bunch of baby, as always. Tons of baby Linea nigrofasciata. This is the Humpback Linea. These guys just produce like crazy. There are hundreds and hundreds of fish in here. And I just, yeah. If you're looking for a great live bearer project, this is it. I mean, they spawn like crazy. I never pull the babies. They raise up in here with the parents. Granted, this thing has a lot of plants in there for them to hide in. I assume the parents might predate on the fry a little bit if there weren't a lot of plants, but there's a ton of plants. And they just grow right up in here with the parents. And literally, I can raise like hundreds and hundreds of them that way. And they're a sought-after fish. Not a ton of people have, so if you're looking for a breeding for profit project, this is my most profitable tank, so this is the one I would recommend. This fan is a little bit noisy, so pardon me half a second while I turn it down. Okay, baby Apistos. They're growing up quite a bit. So these are F1s. The parents were wild Apistogramma cockatoides. These are their babies. And there's actually a lot of them in here. They're getting big enough that they're kind of coming out of the plants and things. Check them all out. They just keep coming. So lots of baby Apistogramma cockatoides. Love these fish, they're doing great. And again, these are F1s, so they aren't inbred or anything like that. Oh hi, Pleco came out to play. Then, something everyone wants to know, RedEyed Swordtails, the hyphens. There are some that don't have hyphens, but most of them do. There's a few. A while ago, one kind of sexed out and became a male, and I was like, man, they're sexing out already. Turns out that was kind of a fluke. That was the only one that did, and didn't even survive the process. So I think there was something maybe wrong with that fish to mature so early. But some of the others are starting to look like they're sexing out. So it's not going to be too long before they're sexed out. But I'm not going to be selling them for a while because I'm going to grow them to a big enough size that I can select good breeders from here, so that I can continue improving the line before I sell any. So I'm not just gonna sell any until I've selected my breeders. So that's gonna take a little while. Sorry, I know there's lots of you that want these and that have been very patient, but it takes as long as it takes, right? You can't rush nature. Well, if you can call this fish nature. You can't rush living things, right? But as you can see, they're doing great. A lot of hyphens developing, good color. I took the peacock gudgeons out of here because they got big enough that they were actually liking to nip at those long fins on some of the little guys, like this little balloon guy, the littler ones. So I took them out. So you might see a couple fins that got nipped. It's usually the tiny little, kind of more like balloon body ones, though. And again, it's just a tank just full of Java moss and water sprite. Keeps them very happy, keeps the water super clean. And last thing, let's see if we can find it. Okay, I just dropped some food in this tank for these little fish that survived being in the male forever, in the hope that they would come out so we could see them. They like to hang out in the plants. Let's see though if there's any that are out to look at. I'm not seeing any. I did take some video of them yesterday with my phone. Oh, there's one. There was one. He's there. He's just hanging out under that plant back there. He's gonna be hard to see. See him peeking out? Little glowing eyes, and he's at the surface under that leaf there. There you go. And there's one. I've seen there were 7 total, not 8. There were 7 total. One bag had 4, one had 3. I was wrong when I counted before. There one comes. And I've seen as many as 3 together at once since then. So I'm not sure if there's only 3 left or if they're all in there, but they're just in all these plants, which I think is what's going on. But as you can see, they're skinny, but they're eating a ton. So I'm hoping they fatten up. And this one has something on its back, which I'm not sure what it is. I think a scale got knocked loose or something. Okay, and then there's another one there. Okay, oops, just scared it with the camera, tapped the camera against the tank accidentally. But as you can see, this has so much water sprite in it that my suspicion is that all of them are in there, but I just don't see them all at once because, you know, there's so many plants for them to hide in. This is their environment. So I've decided to retire these. I'm just going to let them live in here and all these plants and enjoy themselves and not ever have to see the inside of a plastic bag again, because they don't need any more of that. They were in a bag for 51 days. Yeah, so anyway, that's kind of the update of the breeding projects that are going on, the fry that are being raised. Everything's growing and doing well. The peacock gudgeons, I went ahead and took them out and put them in with the others, so they're pretty much young adults now. So I, didn't feature them because they're in with a bunch of other ones, and I'm not sure which ones are them anymore because they've kind of all mixed in. But anyway, hope you like that. If you like this kind of stuff, if you take a moment to consider, what's he gonna ask? He's a YouTuber. Let me guess, liking, subscribing, sharing, and hitting notification bells? Why, yes, you are right. If you would consider doing that, that's always greatly appreciated. Until next time, I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.